Good afternoon. How y'all doing? I just want to come and share this word that God has spoken to me on Christmas morning as I was awakened. In my dream, God had spoke to me and He said, "Be of good courage." I spoke those words to me, and I want to bag up this word that God has spoke to me about being of good courage. And I want to go in the word on tonight to Joshua chapter 1, and I want to start at verse 1, and we're going to stop at verse 9. Well, I can go ahead. We're going to go ahead and we're going to read the whole chapter 1. We're going to go ahead and read this whole chapter 1. We're going to make this a Bible study lesson. But this is a prophetic word that God has spoke to me. And I just want to, share this word with you guys. But He did speak. He said, "Be of good courage." And we're going to start off in Joshua chapter 1. It says, "Now, after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it came to pass that the Lord spake unto Joshua the son of Nun, Moses' minister, saying, Moses, my servant, is dead. Now therefore arise and go over this Jordan, thou and all this people, unto the land which I do give to them, even the children of Israel. Every place that the sole of your foot shall tread upon, that I have given unto you. As I said unto Moses," He said, "as I said unto Moses, from the wilderness, this is Lebanon, even unto the great river, the river of Euphrates, all the land of the Hittites, and unto the great sea toward the going down of the sun shall be your coast." And I'm going to continue reading in verse 5. It says, "It is written, there shall not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life. As I was with Moses, so I will be with thee. I will not fail thee nor forsake thee. Be strong and be of good courage. For unto this people shall thou divide for a inheritance the land which I swear unto the fathers to give them. Only be thou strong and very courageous, that thou mayest observe and do according to all the law which Moses my servant commanded thee. Turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper wherever so as thou goest. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. Thou day and night, that thou mayest observe." I'm sorry, I don't got my context in. "That they mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success. Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of good courage. Be not afraid, neither thou be dismayed, for the Lord thy God is with thee wherever thou goest." Then Joshua commanded the officers of the people, saying, pass through the host, and command the people, saying, prepare thy victuals, for within 3 days ye shall pass over the Jordan to go in to possess the land which the Lord your God giveth you to possess it, and to the Reubenites, and to the Gadonites. I don't really know how to pronounce these words, but I'm going to try to the best of my ability, so bear with me. And to the tribe of Manasseh spake Joshua, saying, remember the word which Moses, the servant of the Lord, command you, saying, the Lord your God hath given you rest, and have given you this land. Your wives, your little ones, and your cattle shall remain in the land which Moses gave you on this side Jordan, but ye shall pass before your brethren armed, all the mighty men of valor, and help them, until the Lord have given your brethren rest, as he hath given you, and they also have possessed the land which the Lord your God giveth them. Then ye shall return unto the land of your possession, and enjoy it, which Moses the Lord's servant gave you, on the side of the Jordan towards the rising. And they answered Joshua, saying, all thou commandest us we will do, and wheresoever thou sendest us we will go, according as we hearken unto Moses in all things, so will we hearken unto thee. Only the Lord thy God be with thee, as he was with Moses. Whosoever he be that doeth rebel against thy commandments will not hearken unto thy words, and all thou commandest him, he shall be put to death. Only be strong and be of good courage. God said, be of good courage. So in Joshua chapter 1, God is summoning Joshua. Moses has died and have went off the scene, and God is summoning Joshua to come in the place of Moses. So Joshua is taking on the mantle that Moses had, and God is giving Joshua the same blessings that God has given Moses. God said, be strong and be of good courage, for unto the people shall thou divide for an inheritance of the land which I swear unto thee. And God, in verse 3, God said, every place that thy sole of thy foot shall tread upon, that have I given unto, as I said to Moses, for the wilderness. God said that everywhere that you walk, God was telling Joshua, everywhere that the soles of his feet touch, God was giving him this land. God was giving Joshua this land. Everywhere that his feet stopped, it was his land. Everything that he touched, it was his land. And God was giving Joshua this land, but first Joshua had to follow God's command. Joshua had to take up on and walk in God's calling for his life. And God was saying that if Joshua will fulfill his purpose that God has gave him, that God was going to bless him and his family, that God was going to give him all of this land, that everything that he wanted or ever needed, God was going to give to him. God was going to bless him, that God was giving him this land. And God is saying to you on today that if you will follow me, if you will get in your purpose, if you will do what I'm calling you to do, I'm going to bless you. God got this land that he wants to give you. He wants to give you this promised land, just like he gave to Moses and Joshua. God gave them a promised land. God gave them a promised land. And God too has a promised land for you. God has a promise for you. God have land that's stored up. God got blessings that's stored up. But these blessings that God has stored up for you, this land that God got for you, you can't get to this land if you don't walk in his commands. If you don't follow Christ, if you don't do what he's calling you to do, if you don't answer this call, if you don't follow him, you won't be able to get this land. But God say, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Be courageous. He wants you to be courageous when you do this thing. He wants you to be courageous when you walk up into this ministry. He wants you to be courageous when you go before his people. He don't want you to be afraid. God said that I am with you wherever you go, so you don't have to be afraid, that I'm walking with you. So be courageous. I mean, if you got to do it scared, you got to do it. But God wants you to be courageous. He don't want you to be fearful. He wants you to go and follow him. He wants you to accept your call. He wants you to walk in your purpose. He wants you to do the will of the Father. And if you do what God calling you to do, if you take care of God's people, God will bless you. And God got land that he wants to give to you. God got possessions that he wants to give to you. But you have to follow God's commands. You have to follow what he's saying to you. Whatever God is telling you to do, you got to go. Wherever God is sending you, you got to go. Whatever he tell you to do, you got to go. But God said, you're not going alone, that I'm with you. He said, be courageous, be of good courage. Be of good cheer, because I am with you wherever you go. So whatever God is calling you to do, you're not doing it alone. God is with you. God has anointed you. God has appointed you. God has called you forth to do his will. God has predestined you for his will. And God said, be of good courage. Be of good cheer. God is with you wherever you go. And God has given you this land to possess it. God has given you this land to possess this land. So be of good courage. This is the word that I just want to share with you guys real quick, that the word that God had given me. And I just pray that this word blessed you in some type of way. And I pray that God will be with you. God is going to be with you. God is saying that he is with you. God said, for I am with you wherever you go. Don't be afraid. Be courageous. God is calling you to be courageous. God is calling you to have courage like a lion. And I just pray that you got something from this word on today. And I pray for a hedge of protection over you until we meet again. Thank you, and God bless.